Installation video tutorial for 5-head square light. This tutorial is available with multilingual subtitles. You can enable subtitles for various languages. Next, we will demonstrate how to set subtitles in the language you need. Step 1. Click on Captions to turn on the subtitles. Step 2. Click on Setting. Then click on Captions. Choose Auto Translate. And then select the language you need. Step 3. Press play on the video, and you'll see the subtitles in your chosen language. Here are the subtitles in the language you chose. How to assemble the light. Check components. These are all the standard components and accessories included in the package. This model consists of 5 square components. 4 identical square light components are installed around the perimeter. The remaining square light component is installed in the center. This shows the difference between the two types of components from the front. On the back, the light hole positions of the perimeter square components and the center component are different, so please distinguish between the two components. The fixing tubes installed on the square components come into specification: long tubes and short tubes. This is the short tube, which has a short threaded end and a long threaded end. The long tube also has a long threaded end and a short threaded end. Please note the difference between the long and short ends of the fixing tube. Fixed tube assembly. Align the short threaded end of the long fixing tube with the light hole. Thread the wires through the fixing tube first, then screw the tube into the component's hole. Align the short threaded end of the short fixing tube with the light hole. Thread the wires through the fixing tube first, then screw the tube into the component's hole. This is what the perimeter square components and the center component look like with the fixing tubes installed. Install perimeter square components. Align the square components with the short tubes installed with the 4 pairs of holes on the perimeter of the chassis. Make sure to thread the wire through the hole first, then adjust the position of the fixing tube on the center square component. Use nuts to secure the components to the chassis. Finally, use a small wrench to tighten the nuts. This is what the perimeter square components look like when installed. Install center square component. Align the center square component with the long tube installed with the pair of holes in the middle of the chassis. Make sure to thread the wire through the hole first, then adjust the position of the fixing tube on the center square component. Use nuts to secure the component to the chassis. Use a small wrench to tighten the nuts. This is what the center square component looks like when installed. Wire connection. Insert the main wire of the adapter into the largest port of the collector. Connect the wires of each square light head to the collector. Tip: the wires can be inserted into any port on the collector. Ensure all wire connections are secured to avoid looseness. Check all nuts and screws to ensure the fixture is securely installed. How to install the light on the ceiling. Safety warning: disconnect power supply before installation to avoid electric shock. Warning: install the light fixture securely in a load-bearing location to prevent potential hazards such as fixture falling, electric shock, or injury. Here are the required parts and components. You will also need to prepare some auxiliary tools: drill, ladder, electric screwdriver, hammer, insulated gloves, insulation tape. For concrete ceilings, please use plastic expansion bolts and pointed screws. For wooden ceilings, only screws are needed. First, ensure that the holes on the outer ring of the cross bracket are precisely aligned with the 4 holes on the light base. Use a marker to accurately mark the corresponding points for the light base holes on the cross bracket. At each marked point, insert a screw and secure it with a nut. Use a wrench to tighten the nuts to prevent screws from shifting, ensuring a perfect fit with the land base. You can test the cross bracket with screws tightened to see if it perfectly aligns with the 4 holes. If it doesn't align perfectly, adjust it until it matches perfectly. For wooden ceilings, place the cross bracket steadily at the predetermined ceiling mounting location. Use an electric screwdriver to secure pointed screws into the holes on the cross bracket. For concrete ceilings, place the cross bracket at the desired installation location and mark the positions for the screw holes with a marker. Use a drill to first drill holes at the marked positions. Drill holes 2 to 5 mm deeper than the length of the expansion bolts, with a diameter that matches the bolts. Insert plastic expansion bolts into the holes to secure them. Remove debris and dust from the holes. Use an electric screwdriver to screw pointed screws into the holes, securing the cross bracket. Repeated warning: disconnect power before installation. Connect the ground wire using insulation tape to protect the circuit and prevent electrical leakage that could damage the light fixture. Without a ground wire, or if not connecting one, just the neutral and live wires will still allow the light fixture to function normally. Connect the indoor neutral and live wires to the corresponding neutral and live wires of the adapter through the terminal block. Alternatively, you can use insulation tape to connect the live and neutral wires. Pay attention to distinguish between live and neutral wires. Install the entire light fixture on the ceiling, allowing the screws of the cross bracket to pass through the holes in the lamp base. Use nuts to secure the screws to the lamp base, tightening them to ensure that the light fixture is completely fixed to the ceiling. Note: if possible, connect the adapter to the indoor wires and test the light fixture for functionality before securing it to the ceiling. Install it only after successful testing. How to pair the remote control and light. First, install 2 AAA batteries into the remote control. The light will turn on when powered. Normally, the remote control and light are paired at the factory, and you can use the remote control to control the light directly. If the remote control cannot control the light, for example, when pressing the remote control's on/off button, the light does not respond. You need to repair the remote control with the light. Short press the pairing button within 5 seconds after turning on the light. The light will flash 1 to 3 times, indicating that the remote control has successfully paired with the light. Note: if you do not pair within 5 seconds of turning on the light, the pairing will time out. You need to turn off the light and then turn it on again to repair. How to unpair the remote control and light. If you no longer want to control the light with this remote control, here is the unpairing procedure for the remote control. Long press the light on button within 5 seconds after turning on the light for about 3 seconds. The light will flash, indicating the remote control and light are successfully unpaired. To use the remote control again, repeat the pairing steps at the beginning. Remote control function description. Short press this button to turn off the light. Short press this button to turn on the light. Long press or short press the brightness minus button to decrease the light brightness. Long press or short press the brightness plus button to increase the light brightness. Long press or short press the right color temperature adjustment K button to decrease the color temperature, gradually changing to warm light. Long press or short press the left color temperature adjustment K button to increase the color temperature, gradually changing to cool light. Short press this button to switch the light's color temperature. Switch to natural light mode. Switch to warm light mode. Switch to cool light mode. Press this button briefly to toggle the light between half bright and full bright modes. Half bright mode, 50% of natural light brightness. Full bright mode, maximum natural light brightness. Short press this button to switch to sleep mode, with the light color at 10% brightness of natural light. Short press this button to set a delayed turn off. The light will flash once, indicating that the light will automatically turn off after a 2-minute delay. App pairing tutorial. Scan the QR code to download the Lamp Smart Pro app. Turn on Bluetooth before opening the app. Note: the app requires Bluetooth. If Bluetooth disconnects, reconnect it for the app to work. Open the app and allow Bluetooth usage. Add the device name for easy switching control. Since the app can be used with various light models, adding a device name facilitates light management. Click the pairing button within 5 seconds after turning on the light. The light will flash 1 to 2 times, indicating that the app and the light are successfully paired. Note: if you do not pair within 5 seconds of turning on the light, the pairing will time out. You need to turn off the light and then turn it on again to continue pairing. App Unpairing tutorial. If you no longer want to use the app to control the light, you can achieve this by clearing the pairing. Click the Unpair button within 5 seconds of turning on the light. The light will flash 1 to 3 times, indicating that the unpairing is successful. The app will no longer be able to control the light. App function description. Preset modes. We offer 4 preset modes for you to quickly adjust the light to suitable scenes as needed. Custom mode. If the preset modes of the ceiling light do not meet your needs, you can manually adjust the settings and enter the custom mode. White light mode. This mode is suitable for activities requiring more visual brightness, such as working, studying, or tasks requiring high attention. Yellow light mode. This mode provides soft and warm light, suitable for relaxation, socializing, or resting. Natural light mode. This mode provides even and neutral color temperature, suitable for various activities, such as reading, daily lighting, or general use. Night light mode. This mode typically provides very soft, low brightness light, used for nighttime lighting, especially suitable for bedrooms. Brightness adjustment. Slide this bar to the right to increase the brightness of the light. Slide it to the left to decrease the brightness of the light. Color temperature adjustment. Adjust the color temperature by clicking or sliding the pointer on the disc. The pointer moves right to gradually change the color temperature to cool light and left to warm light. Timer mode. You can set the light to turn off after a specified time. When the setting is successful, the light will flash once, indicating the timer setting is successful. Note: after setting the timer, you cannot switch the light mode, or the timer will be invalid, and you need to reset it. The light will automatically turn off after 1 minute. The function of the button shown does not apply to this model of light. Please ignore. Thank you for watching.